Let me go ahead and do what needed to be done a long time ago. And I'll go ahead and sign this into law. So thank you for giving me the privilege and certainly the honor to do this for you on behalf of our people of Guam. So I'm signing.
Acting Governor Dr. Mike Cruz this afternoon signed Bill 278 into law. It's a measure that compensates Teejin landowners who lost their land decades ago to the military's needs to build an airport in Teejin, now the AB Wonpat International Airport. The landowners who gathered in the governor's conference room here today have been waiting for this day for years.
You cannot be frustrated, you got to be patient. So what Benny Crawford did is we get together as a group. And thanks to Benny Crawford, he led the way to where we are today. So we're patient. At the end, it pays off.
The new law states that within 180 days, the Ancestral Lands Commission will compensate these Teejin landowners with property that, in part, lies within the boundaries of the firing range that the Marines want to build in Pagat. And Section 10 of what is now Public Law 158 contains an amendment introduced by Senator Judy Guthertz, the chairwoman of the legislature's Build-Up Committee, which specifically states that the properties being transferred to the Teejin landowners shall not be made available via lease, sale, or any other form of land alienation to the U.S. Department of Defense or any other U.S. federal government instrumentality for the purpose of construction and operation of a firing range, warfare training, and/or any similar purpose. A Guam law that is now in direct conflict with the military's plans.
This is the land for the Teejin landowners.
This area here.
So they're in conflict now.
Yes.
Well, now
So the very same land where the
Right.
shooting range is planned was the land that was supposed to be for the
Right.
Teejin
and
landowners.
everybody
Yes.
knew about it a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Too late for them.
Former Senator Ted Nelson and his son Ted live just south of the proposed firing range, just south of the land that in part has been designated for the Teejin landowners. Let me ask you to comment on...
Great obstructions to what they want to do. But they didn't know that the legislature were going to, well, they knew it was coming up, but they didn't know it was going to fast track it. The governor already signed it. So now you're going to have hundreds of landowners of this property here that will be either demonstrating if they don't get what they want.
And that's just fine with Nelson and his family, who, along with other landowners in the area, are strongly opposed to any attempt by the military to use private land for a firing range.
Our value of the house will certainly depreciate to the point nobody would like to live right next to a rifle range.
It seems to me that by virtue of what you've done here today, there's a whole wrench in the military's plans.
Yes, but you know what? What takes priority are injustices to our citizenry and the rights of private property owners our nation is certainly about. So,
Isn't this going to end up in court?
well, if it is, then we'll deal with it then.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.